For over 40 years, Nigeria has had a close cooperation with the European Union, spanning at various stages. A development-oriented cooperation, however, said to have been limited by military rule in Nigeria in the 80s and 90s. A more political approach was taken after the return of democracy to the country. Citing data from the EU, there are indications that the Union has had an overall engagement since it came in the 70s to Nigeria that amounts to over 4 billion euros, with more than 1.4 billion spent within the last 10 years. German ambassador to Nigeria says the EU is ready to engage Nigeria in health, education, trade and energy, alongside harnessing the demographic challenges of the African region.
Europe depends on Africa as much as Africa depends on Europe, and Nigeria is a very important part. I mean, this is a country with a very rich resource basis, but also very rich human capital, and it's one of the most important countries in Africa. So I mean, you cannot deal with Africa, you cannot deal with Africa's opportunities and with Africa's problem without Nigeria.
Well, in terms of driving Nigerian economy, what we need from the EU, that's the European Union, is technology, development of technology to develop our infrastructure.
Considering Nigeria as a key player in Africa, the ambassador thinks it is in mutual interest to keep the European momentum of this year and those ahead in order to sustain and harness the positive agenda of EU. In Abuja, Justin Bemunyi, NTA News.